Good day, everyone. The topic that I'm assigned to discuss is all about the team teaching. Objectives of team teaching. The first one is to improve the quality of teaching. The second one, to modify the classroom teaching according to the abilities and interests of the students. And the last is to best utilize the teaching style, interest, and expertise of teachers in the teaching community. So, what is theme teaching? Team teaching is also known as a collaborative teaching or a co-teaching and is an instructional strategy where teachers work together regularly. So team teaching is also known as a collaborative or co-teaching that is consist of two or more teachers who work together. They are both responsible for teaching a course of a group of students. There are six approaches of theme teaching. First, one teach, one observe, one teach, one assist, station teaching, the parallel teaching, the alternative or differentiated teaching, and the theme teaching or the theming. Now let us define the first approach of theme teaching, which is the one teach, one observe. In one teach, one observe, this model places the responsibility for, for instruction on one individual, usually the content area instructor. While this teacher instructs the class, the other teacher floats around the room making observations. So, in this model, the first teacher places the responsibility in delivering instruction to the whole class while the second teacher are floating the classroom, making observations, observing the behaviors of each learners, and also in one teach, one observe, it ensures that the entire class receive a consistent information from a single source and that source is the best qualified to provide that instruction. In this model, a teacher who did observations will get to know the behavior of each student. So, as what you have noticed in the given picture, the first teacher teaches the students while the other teacher in the right side are making observations. Next is the one teach, one assist. One teacher provided instruction to the whole class, while the other teacher circulated through the room providing unobtrusive assistance to the students as needed. One teach, one assist is similar to the one teach, one observe, where a single teacher, usually a content expert, in providing instruction to the whole class, while the other teacher works directly with individual students addressing either behavior or academic questions or concerns. In this model, the students will receive an individual attention. So, one teach, one assist is the first teacher are teaching the students while the other teacher is assisting each student though either he or she will check the homeworks of the students or asking academic questions or concerns. Then the students are motivated to learn since they are individually entertained by the teacher. Next is the station teaching. This station teaching is also known as a rotational teaching, where both teachers are responsible for teaching a specific lesson or a specific part of the lesson to the students. Station teaching is a rotational teaching. It is because the teachers are going to rotate in their teaching and they both has the responsibility to provide instruction to the learners, unlike in the one teach one observe and one teach one assist that only a single teacher is instructing or teaching the class and other teacher is assisting and observing. In this approach, both teachers are teaching the students a specific lesson or the same lesson, and the students are divided either into three groups or two groups. Parallel teaching. In this model, the students are split in half, and each teacher teaches the lesson to the one half of the students. Teachers in this parallel teaching are both covering the same informations, but they divided the class into two groups and teach simultaneously. Each half of the class receives the same informations, and there is no rotation of the students or teachers, not like the station teaching. Also, the other thing about the parallel teaching is that both teachers are teaching the students, and the students receive the same informations. The alternative or differentiated teaching. In alternative teaching, one teacher takes responsibility for the large group while the other works with a smaller group. In alternative or differentiated teaching, one teacher takes responsibility for the large group while the other works with a smaller group. So the students are divided into two groups. The other group is a small group and the other group is a large group. In this model, most of the class will receive the same lesson from one teacher, while the other teacher works with a small group of students on a completely different lesson. So, in this alternative or differentiated teaching, the most or the large group will receive most the same lesson because they are large students. There are a lot of students other than in a small group that students will receive different lesson. Teachers are teaching different lessons to the both group of students, and in this alternative or differentiated teaching there is no rotation. So last is the theme teaching. In the theme teaching, both teachers are delivering instruction at the same time. This model places equal responsibility for instruction on the large group on each teacher. The two teachers work in tandem throughout the lesson. This model gives students two instructors who are equally expert on the subject being taught, as well as two different teaching styles to learn from in the same lesson. In the theme teaching, teachers perform a different roles. A teacher has a function as a diagnostician. In diagnostician, the teacher needs to assess the impact of different conditions on students' learning outcomes and they find out the causes of failure. The second role of the teacher is as a facilitator. The teacher must use group dynamics to facilitate learning. Yes, since the team teaching is a collaboration of the teacher, then teachers are acting facilitator to facilitate the learning of the student. Other role of the teacher in the team teaching is a technician, which is the teacher needs to observe changes in behavior and assess the success of teaching. In some cases, a teacher needs to function as a decision maker, a strategist, or a guide. And also the other role or function of the teacher is that teacher actively share instruction of a content and skills to all students. Teachers also needs to set goals for a course, design a syllabus, prepare individual lesson plan, and teach students and evaluate the results. So here are some advantages of theme teaching. First is the closer integration of staff. Very often, teachers in schools lack bonding and friendship among themselves. Even worse, a competitive environment. So, with team teaching, teachers bound to bond as frequent planning make them develop a good relationship. So, in team teaching, since team teaching is a collaboration of the teachers, so it will have a closer integration of the staff. Variety of ideas. Yes. Since team teaching is a collaboration of teachers, then there is a variety of ideas because they are going to share ideas together, plan, and they become expert. Then the mixture of best ideas and styles will put forth many ways out of a single topic, and thus it help in better learning. Next is better involvement of students. In this team teaching, the students might wonder what new things they are going to learn. A team teachers will have a various ways of teaching that will make the students questions why for all things. They will come up with various questions. Yes, since in team teaching, teachers are going to create a various way of teaching styles, then the students will wonder about different things and starting questioning why for all things. And also they will come up with various questions. Next is provokes participation or interaction. Team teaching helps teachers deal with students of all personalities well and get better engagement. Develops interpersonal skills and logic of students. Students' interaction and logic are improved drastically as they learn to question things and learn how to communicate their ideas effectively. Students will get to know how to respect the contradicting ideas from their classmates, accept them, and also will tell their thoughts in return. Staff development. Same teaching allows teachers to learn and grow themselves. Teachers also get a chance to brush up their skills, work up to their fullest potential, and along with that, their creativity, motivation, and theme management skill will get a solid boost too. The advantages of theme teaching. Acceptance change by teachers. Teachers often rigid and want to stick to the traditional teaching techniques. Theme teaching can be effective if teachers are willing and happy to involve with the new form of teaching. A forced approach is bound to fail. Next is rigidity in teachers. Apart from accepting the change in the form of teaching, teachers often have the rigidity to accept and adjust with other teachers. While working as a team, we have to accept others' ideas. Teachers should not have an ego and should handle criticism openly. Bad theme management. Internal coordination and good theme tempo are extremely important. Internal conflict may result in a complete failure. Takes time to develop. It takes lots of time and effort before even starting a session because teachers will have to refer many books and involve deep researches and planning out activities that will be appealing to students. The last one is resistance from students. Students might resist the change of learning since they get to use a traditional form of teaching. A sudden change in style of teaching will make them confused. The importance of theme teaching is that it creates interactive learning environment to the learners. So this ends my discussion. Thank you for listening.